Good morning, everyone. In the last lecture, we have done about the indicators. Now, the next topic is chemical properties of acids and base. Number one, reaction of the metals with acids. In this property, we will do what happened when metals react with acids. When acid react with metal, it forms salt and hydrogen gas. Here, I have taken HCl. HCl is a acid, hydrochloric acid, and zinc. Zinc is a metal. You can take any acid. Any acid means strong acid. Sulfuric acid you can take, and nitric acid you can take. Here, I am writing hydrochloric acid and zinc. When they react together, they form zinc chloride, salt. Zinc chloride is a salt, and hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas is released during when acid reacts with metal. This is a general equation and this is a chemical equation. H2 is a hydrogen gas. Same here, when base react with metal, they form salt and hydrogen gas. This is a general equation, and I am writing sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a base and metal is zinc. Zinc is a metal. When they react together, they form salt. This is sodium zincate. This is a formula of sodium zincate. Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas. In both reactions, when the acid react with metal and when the base react with metal, in both reactions, which gas is released? Hydrogen gas. We can test for this gas. Hydrogen gas released can be tested by bringing burning candle near the gas bubbles. It bursts with the pop sound. Look at this picture. Here, this is the test tube. In the test tube, zinc granules are there and one acid. This is a dilute sulfuric acid. You can take HCl also instead of sulfuric acid. When they react together, they form the bubbles of hydrogen gas. These hydrogen bubbles come in the delivery tube and come here in the trough. In trough, there is a soap solution for making the bubbles. These bubbles are of hydrogen gas. For testing this gas, we can bring the burning candle near the bubble. This gas started to burn with the pop sound. So, by this activity, we can prove this. This is a hydrogen gas. When the metal react with acid, they form hydrogen, and when the base react with metal, they form hydrogen gas and salt. Now, next property. Reaction of metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate with acids. When acid and metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, they react, they form salt, carbon dioxide and water. Example, hydrochloric acid. I am taking hydrochloric acid and one metal carbonate, sodium carbonate. This is a sodium carbonate. When they react together, they form salt. With salt, sodium chloride plus carbon dioxide plus water. Fine. Now, balance this equation. Is this balance equation? No. You have studied in the first chapter how to balance it. Now, we will balance this equation. First of all, metal, sodium 2, sodium 1. For making 2, we put the 2. Now, non-metal except then hydrogen and hydrogen and oxygen, there is a carbon. One carbon here and one carbon. Both sides are equal. Now, oxygen. here 2, and here 2 and 1 is here, 3 and 3 is here. Cl, chloride. 2 are here and 1 is here. We put 2. Now hydrogen 2 and hydrogen 2. Now this is a balance equation. When acid react with sodium, which acid? Hydrochloric acid. When react with sodium carbonate to form sodium chloride, carbon dioxide and water. Means when the carbonates react with acid, they form which gas? Carbon dioxide gas. Now second example, we can take metal hydrogen carbonate. When HCl reacts with sodium hydrogen carbonate, this is a formula of sodium hydrogen carbonate, NaHCO3. React together, they form sodium chloride plus carbon dioxide plus water. Now same, balance this equation. Metal sodium balance, and then Cl is balance, and then carbon is balance, oxygen, 3 oxygen and 3 oxygen, and hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen in the left hand side and 2 hydrogen in the right hand side. It means this is a balance equation. Means when the acid, hydrochloric acid and acids in general, react with sodium hydrogen carbonate, they react and they form sodium chloride, salt, gas, carbon dioxide gas and water. It means in both reactions carbon dioxide is released. Now bases. Bases do not react with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates, no reaction. Testing of the carbon dioxide, which is released in first equation and in second equation. We can prove that this is a carbon dioxide by this activity. Carbon dioxide gas can be tested by passing it through the lime water. You know, CaOH twice, this is a formula of lime water. When carbon dioxide is passed through the lime water becomes milky. It becomes milky, and this compound is calcium carbonate and water. When excess of carbon dioxide is passed, through this substance, calcium carbonate and excess amount of carbon dioxide is passed, and which is dissolved in water, and calcium hydrogen carbonate is formed, which is in aqueous form. Now, next property, a reaction of acids and bases with each other. Acid and base react with each other, they form salt and water. You know, you have studied in 7th class this reaction. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. And we can explain with an example of acid HCl, hydrochloric acid, and base sodium hydroxide. I am taking hydrochloric acid HCl, hydrochloric acid, and sodium hydroxide as a base, sodium hydroxide. They form salt and water. Which salt? Sodium chloride and water. Sodium chloride. And water. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. When an acid and base react to form water and salt, and this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. It involves hydrogen and OH ion, hydrogen positive ion and OH negative ion to generate water. How? They form water by positive hydrogen ion and OH negative ion. H and OH becomes H2O. Fine. And this property, now next property is reaction of metallic oxide with acids. Do you know metallic oxides? You would know. You have studied in 7th class metallic oxides like MgO. Mg magnesium and O is oxide of magnesium. This is a magnesium oxide. Fine. This is a metallic oxide which are basic in nature. These are basic in nature. Reaction of metallic oxide with acids. What happens? When acid react with metallic oxide, they form salt and water. Like this is a basic in nature. Fine. And this is acid. Like neutralization reaction, they form salt and water. You can take one example. Hydrochloric acid and metallic oxide MgO. They form salt. Magnesium chloride, salt of magnesium chloride and water. Fine. Now balance it. It is balance equation. Fine. Reaction of non-metallic oxide with bases. Non-metallic oxides, which non-metal carbon oxide O2. This is a carbon dioxide is a non-metallic oxide, and this is acidic in nature. Acidic in nature. When base react with non-metallic oxide, they form salt and water because this is base and non-metallic oxide act as a acid. Base and acid, like neutralization reaction, they form salt and water. Sodium hydroxide, I am explaining with the example of sodium hydroxide is a base and carbon dioxide is a non-metallic oxide. They form calcium carbonate and water. Calcium carbonate is a salt and water. Fine. Now next property we will learn in the next video. Thank you.